Welcome to InfoWare. I'm here with Hendrik, our trainee, and
Hello.
we have recently had a customer request. A customer has an application that contains all his stop list and that should manage the navigation. And the application is written in or with Ionic. And Hendrik, Ionic is a what is it? Is it in a development environment for cross-platform development, or what is it?
Yes, so it's an open source web framework which you can use to develop cross-platform applications, um, written in mostly JavaScript, but with Capacitator and Cordova, you have the ability to include plugins which themselves call or consist of native Java or
Mm.
iOS, so Swift parts,
But
and
so in
which you can
general, the
communicate.
idea of Ionic is you write an application and you can use it on both Android and on iOS. Is that correct?
Yes, and
Okay,
Windows.
and they came to us with the question, can we talk to your MapTrip navigation via the interface? And so we set up Hendrik with the task to develop a small proof of concept to see if you can talk from an Ionic app through the MapTrip interface to our MapTrip navigation and tell it where to go. So Hendrik, you have worked on that for a week or so, and
Mhm.
then you have created an application and you uploaded it to GitHub. Can you show us what you did?
Of course. So this is our GitHub page with the Ionic demo repository. It consists of the project itself, of course, the plugin we use to communicate with MapTrip via the MapTrip interface, MTE, and the wrapper for the plugin. So everything you need is right here.
hmm And
Um,
in short, did it work?
yes, everything works.
Okay.
So, because you can talk to the Java native part pretty easily with with the plugins, every function MTE offers you also have in your Ionic app.
Okay, so you can do a full MapTrip integration with an Ionic application. So that's
Yes.
great. Yeah, so that's good news for our customer then. Can you walk us through just briefly what you did and explain what our customers can find on the GitHub page?
Yes. So, first of all, of course, you need some preparations. Ionic installed, Cordova installed for the plugins, Plugman and Gulp and so on. But more to it later if necessary. The main thing you need besides the Ionic demo app is the plugin. So the plugin has or calls every it is written in native Java.
hmm
So in this case, it's for Android.
Okay.
Um, and to create the plugin, you simply create it with Plugman and insert your Java code, which you have prepared beforehand in Android Studio or anywhere else.
Okay.
Um, Afterwards, you can you can install the plugin. Then you have it in a Android platforms folder because our plugin is for Android and or here.
hmm
Afterwards, you can build it. You have an APK, so every user interface stuff you created in JavaScript and HTML gets ported to Android. You install the APK, and with the plugin, which you can download here, um, it implements all necessary MTI callbacks, and every time you call an MTI function, it waits for MTI to or for the plugin to receive the MTI
Mm.
callback, and
Just
then
just to make it clear, MTI is the MapTrip interface or the
oh
MapTrip
yes,
API, if you like, just so everybody knows.
yes. Um, and to not get too deep into it, that's it. So you just have to write your plugin or use our plugin, install it in your Ionic project, build your project, and you get an APK, that works.
Okay. So is there any additional information that someone would need to do what you did?
I think the
Is it
most
is it all
important,
on the GitHub page or?
yes. So if you just want to use our code here, it's everything here. If you
Hmm.
want to write your own plugin, you have to look a bit deeper into it, how to create the wrapper and so on. But there are lots of instructions which we
Okay.
already also linked here.
Okay, and then please briefly explain what does the application do that you created
Th-
there?
The app is by itself is pretty simple. So you have one interface where you can enter a latitude and a longitude. And on press on the start navigation button, it first removes all destinations MapTrip had before,
Hmm.
inserts the coordinates you entered, then starts the navigation. And when the navigation has been calculated and started, it switches to the MapTrip itself. Um, and when the calculation is finished, not the calculation, if the navigation is finished, it switches back to the Ionic app. So you only see MapTrip during the navigation, and everything else you can handle in your app.
Okay, so you have to enter. So you need MapTrip with
Mm.
the API. You can get that. Contact our support, please. You can go to our website, download MapTrip, but do also contact our support to make sure that you have the right license to do this. Um, you can use this application. And do you need to have MapTrip? Do you need to start MapTrip before you can do this, or will your application start MapTrip?
In this example, you have to have MapTrip already started.
Hmm.
Um, but to start it shouldn't be a big change. So if you want to make the change yourself, you're welcome to it.
Okay. And then you have to enter the coordinates manually?
Yes, and if the coordinates are not true coordinates or lead nowhere,
Yeah.
then it simply prints out the error. So you already have to have coordinates which are navigatable.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. So, and then when you hit the button, start navigation, then the route calculation starts, right?
Mhm.
So, and that might take a little while. And
Yeah.
then your application waits for the response from MapTrip, which then says, "Hey, I'm done with route calculation." And then your application says, "Okay, start the guidance." Is that correct?
Correct. So start navigation by itself needs a few NTI commands like inserting the destination coordinates and so on.
Hmm.
That is all handled in the Ionic app, Ionic part or in the project itself. So in JavaScript,
Yeah.
and the JavaScript part calls the appropriate methods in the native plugin, which also calls the corresponding methods of NTI. And
Okay.
then the information comes back to the plugin, from the plugin to our Ionic app, and then we know, okay, we can switch.
All right. Good. So thank you, Henrik, and to you, please, if you have any questions, please really do not hesitate to contact us and to ask us. That's our business. That's what we do. We're happy to help you. And I hope you enjoyed this quick, short video. Thank you. Bye bye.